Hey guys, it's February the 8th, 2020. It's about 6:45 in the morning. I'm actually almost to Grenada to meet Brady, and we're gonna go dig that Coke bottle dump today. So I mentioned it in my video last week. He got permission to dig that, and supposedly there's hundreds and hundreds of Coke bottles there, so we're hoping it's not gonna be a bust, but I'm pretty confident we're at least gonna find something. It might not be exactly the stuff we want to, but we're gonna find something today. But man, just looking forward to it. I got up about 5 this morning and left the house around 6, and then we still got to drive another 45 minutes thereabout from Grenada to get there. So I want to get an early start just in case we have to really search for a good pocket. And I'm telling you, I'm excited. And like I said, even if we don't find, you know, the older age bracket stuff that we want to, it's still gonna be a good day, because I know we're gonna find some stuff. I'm solo today. Old Hard, he was in the pageant last night, escorted a pretty little girl, and got most handsome, so we did that last night. And thank God he gets his looks from his mama, is all I can say. But he was sharp as a tack. Y'all ought to go to my Facebook page and look at the pictures, or my wife's. But he was looking sharp. But did that last night, and Lake actually has some stuff he wanted to do around the house today. And Hart has a birthday party he has to go to for some twins, Cross and Kenner Thomas. They're turning 6 today, should be. And so happy birthday to them. So he's going to that. And I was kind of afraid to bring old Cass with me. You know, I'm not too easy on him. I'm not big on excuses. But Cass is only 2 years old, and he does a pretty good job keeping up with me wherever I go. But since I was gonna drive all this way and be gone all day, I didn't really want to put him through that, because I figured he'd probably want to have a nap at some time. So he's gonna be at house with Mama today. So I'm solo. Gonna meet Brady, and we're gonna drive on up there and get started. But if you live in it's just kind of crossed my mind as I was driving. If you live in Choctaw and Webster County, and you've ever wanted to go to Grenada, you're pretty familiar with Cadaretta Road. So anyway, I struck out this morning. I was driving down through there, and just once again thinking about years past. As I was driving down through there, I got to thinking back when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. My daddy and I, we used to go crappie fishing a lot over in Grenada Lake, which is probably the best lake for catching crappie in the United States. I know it's one of the top, but we planned fishing trips, and we'd go with Mr. Calvin Cagle, Mr. Leon Holmes, Mr. Ricky Miles. We'd all load up and go up here, and you know, I'm sure other people fished it at that time, but I don't know, back when I was young, it just seemed like we were the only ones out there. You know, I don't really remember seeing a whole lot of people out there fishing. And you really don't realize how precious memories are until you get a little bit older and have your kids. But man, we used to catch some slabs out of that thing, and had big times doing that. And you know, I was 8, 9, 10 years old then, and I'm almost 38 now, so it's been a long time ago. And Mr. Calvin and Mr. Leon, they went on to be with the good Lord. And you know, as I was driving down through there, I just thought about how special it was that I got to do that. And you know, when you're a kid, you really don't realize the magnitude of what you're doing. But I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to go do that with them. And also, if you fast forward a few years, I got my 2-year forestry degree from the Grenada campus of Holmes Community College. And me and 2 of my best friends, Joey Johnson and Trey Cobb, we commuted every day down Cadaretta to go to school every day. And you know, but back at that time, you know, classes were Monday through Thursday. And Lord, it was an hour commute from Ackerman, and it was dreadful. You know, we had a big time on the way there and on the way back, but in the back of your mind, you was dreading it. And you know, looking back on it now, where I'm at now, man, it was some of the best times of my life. And of course, I don't get to see those guys as much as I want to. Everybody has families, and you're doing your own thing with your kids. So think about that also, about the times we had, you know, just driving back and forth to college. And then if you fast forward a few more years, Joey's daddy, Mr. Carl Johnson, he taught us at Grenada. He taught the 2-year forestry program. So if you fast forward a few more years after I got through at Mississippi State, I had the opportunity to come back there and teach that program for 5 years. And once again, I made this same drive every day. And so I don't know, this particular path I'm going this morning, it just holds a lot of memories, and traveled a lot of miles down through here. So I think I posted it this week, and I really didn't understand what it meant until I really got to think about it. But I was reading a devotion about every day is an arrival. So, you know, you let him be in control, and you just take every day as it comes. Don't take it for granted, because every day you're arriving at something. And I try to stay cognizant of that now. Sometimes you get relaxed and take stuff for granted, but every day's an arrival. So anyway, that's just a few thoughts I had this morning. When we come back at you, we'll be at that bottle dump, and we're gonna get after it, and hopefully we're gonna find something good today. Y'all stay tuned. Well guys, we've been probing around. We're here, and just to tell you the truth, we've probably been here about 25 or 30 minutes looking around. It's got some mounded up dirt here, and supposedly this is old parking lot. This stuff was pushed off, and there was hundreds and hundreds of bottles in that. But we've been probing, and we've been hitting a bunch of gravel, and that ain't a good sign. And plus, we should be seeing broken pieces of glass in places, but we're not. So anyway, we kind of just decided, since we're here, we're gonna start digging, and hopefully we'll run into something. We just kind of going blind. But the guy that told Brady about this said that when they pushed this place off, said it was nothing but bottles. So y'all just stay tuned with us, and like I said, it might be a bust, but we're gonna give it a shot. Well guys, that didn't go as planned. It turned out to be a bust. I don't know who what they were talking about, hundreds of bottles, but we didn't even see a sign of any shards or anything. But that's just a chance you got to take whenever you get a tip about something and get permission. You gotta go check it out. But anyway, that's disappointing. But I'm actually friends with a guy on Facebook. We just kind of run across each other. But he's a collector, and some of his friends have dug in a dump in Sardis, and he said it looked like a bomb went off, and there's just bottles everywhere, and said they found some older stuff down in the ground. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get some information about that and see if we can't figure out where it is. And I don't know, just see if we can get permission and maybe come back. But anyway, it's about 9:19. It'll take a couple hours to get back to the dump we've been digging at, and I kind of set the whole day aside to do this. Brady's just gonna follow me to Ackerman, and we're gonna do some digging and see if we can find something. But anyway, I hope y'all ain't disappointed. We kind of are. I'm not disappointed to the fact that we didn't find anything. Brady's kind of disappointed that I drove 2 hours and we didn't find anything. But you know, like I said, that's just a chance you got to take. But anyway, you just stay with us. We're gonna drive back to Ackerman, and we'll see what we can find. Woo, guys, I'm tired. We just drove 2 hours. I got to get woke back up. We're back in the same spot, and you've seen this a million times. That's the stuff we've thrown down. Now, that rain we got, that place actually caved off. So I think the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take the shovels and scoop this place back out. And this part you see right over in here, we think that all of this is just part of a dump too. So whenever we go as far as we can that way, we're gonna move over and we're gonna start digging all this out too. So y'all just stay tuned with us. We'll come back at you whenever we find the first thing. Guys, you can see we're knocking this bank off. That layer goes on and on up in there. And actually I see a crown top. All right. That might be one of the embossed ones, guys. I think that's an embossed knee-high. See it right there? Let's give it a tug. Oh, it's the ACL variant. But I don't know, I'm gonna hand it to Brady and let him rub on the label. Let's see if it stays.
Here we go.
It's not rubbing off. Up a little bit. Got a little damage on it, but that's gonna be a 40s knee high. You know, I found an embossed one the other day from 36, but That's gonna be whenever they started putting ACL. But like I said, we're right there in that pocket, and we just popped out that little Raleigh's medicine. And of course, there's a ton of Coke bottles. That's a new Albany, Mississippi one from the 40s, Pat D. Don't have that one. I'd like to find that one, but we're finding a few keepers. So y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna continue to knock that bank off and see what we can find. Ooh, we're doing some heavy digging now, guys. We just raked that one out. Here's a blue one. See if it's got any embossing on it. It does. Look at there. Some blue Phillips milk and magnesia. Of course, we found 1 million of them, but they still good. So anyway, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna keep knocking it out. Guys, we just dug a bunch of trees out, and listen, Brady's got him a day maker, and I've got one of these, and he always carries on about how cool it is. That is a Crawley's rat poison. You see that big embossed rat on it? Now that's a screw top, probably from the 40s, but you can't go wrong with an embossed rat. That's a cool bottle right there. But y'all stay tuned, we're gonna do a little more digging. Brady's about to roll an old insulator out. We just wondering if it's whole. I can tell it's one by just looking at the top of it.
It's busted.
Ah, and it's busted. Oh well. All right, stay tuned.
What's wrong?
Guys, this one's got a chip in it. It's got a chip in it right there. But look at the patent date, May 2nd, 1890. May 2nd, 1893.
Come here, let me see.
That's a good find though. We're gonna keep that.
Hold on to it. And look.
So guys, this is rat poison day. There's another rat poison with an embossed rat on it. And of course, that's screw top, but hey, those are cool. But anyway, Brady's got one, and James was wanting one, so guess what? Here you go, James.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Guys, we did find one little new spot we didn't know about, and Brady's done some raking around. We raked out another debossed Dr. Pepper from the 40s. Got the 10, 2, and 4 on it. You can see how thick the bottom of that glass is, but I only got one of these. I'm gonna keep this one so I have another one. It's been kind of a slow day. We found a few cool things, just not what we're accustomed to. And I tell you, I think we have gotten most of the spots on this place. There's probably a few places left, but we're gonna keep on looking and probably go here for long. Guys, I just stopped and raked that little spot right there. That thing just kicked it with my foot, and that quart top extract came out. That's about a teens to probably early 20s extract bottle. It's slick, but we're gonna keep that one. Y'all stay tuned. Guys, I'm about wore slap out today. Y'all were with me this morning. I got up at 5, went to Sardis. That ended up not working out, and we drove 2 hours back to Ackerman, done a little digging, and it's late in the afternoon. It's gonna be dark here before long, but ended up finding a few good things today, and it's just kind of the same old stuff that we've been finding the last few times. But you know, there's certain things I could probably find 1 million of, and I'd still like to keep. But anyway, I've got about 2 more videos that I can do at the place that I'm currently at, and it's probably gonna run out. But anyway, I've got a place, another place pretty close to the house that should keep me busy for a while, and hopefully we can locate some older age bracket stuff. And Brady's gonna try to find out what the deal is with the Sardis dump. So anyway, I'm hoping he can get us some information, because we definitely wasn't in the right place this morning. So but anyway, that's just a chance you gotta take sometimes. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, and sometimes you come out on top and sometimes you don't. But anyway, we hope you enjoy the videos, and we appreciate y'all watching, and go subscribe to the Jones Boys.